Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Parasham, Yahweh Shai, Parashem, Okakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the one-third Israelites, which include the Judas children, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Indians, who are oppressed together according to the book of Jeremiah 50 and 33, but to whom Saleh pertained the adoption, the giving of the law, the promises, the glory, and the covenants according to the book of Romans chapter 9, namely the blessing according to Genesis 27 and 41, the birthright, which is called the birthright, opposed to the foreign teachings which, according to the book of Revelation 14 and 4, represent the defilement by woman. May the kingdom of everlasting life and joy, the secrets, be revealed unto you as a blood descendant of Jacob, whose name was later changed to Israel, according to the book of Genesis 32 and 28. Scattered to the four winds of the earth as a people first, according to Jeremiah 12 and 9, also the speckled birds, Israelites, which basically appear as the other nations, or let me say it like that, who can appear like the other nations, but the seed line again on the father side goes back to Jacob, whose name was later changed to Israel. Alright, and what we will look into today is basically alright, the elect, and basically, we will first go into the word, because as you can see in the title, the name of this video is God's Elite, because I watched a German movie which is basically about Nazi Germany, and they basically showed what really happened. Even when they lost already the war, guess what, they still had the best of the best elite, if you want to, military, but also kind of like scholarship students, basically, in a fortress out there somewhere, the best of the best, to receive a special training, right? And they called it the elite, Hitler's young elite, basically, They already lost the war, but they still did this, and of them, every second, I believe, died, okay? You had like 6,000 in one, 6,000 in one, was it a month? I don't know, you can check that out, okay? Watch the movie, it's called, what was it called? Elite. Let me figure that out real quick. I watch the series Truth Seekers at the moment. Alright, I will see if I see something spiritual. I will talk about it. Okay, it has already something spiritual, because they try to search for paranormal activities, so to speak. Okay, we don't do that. Okay, the elect won't do that, but it's kind of like spiritual. Okay, let's look. Here, Napoleon, elite for the leader. Okay, because here in Germany they called Hitler the leader. Okay, they're the leader. Because really he was the leader of Germany in that time. Okay, for the Nazis. Basically. Okay, they destroyed basically Amalek, many of them Amalekites. Isn't that okay? And if you watch that movie, it's basically not bad. Alright, good music, everything. Alright, 1942. Alright, the Hitler regime. Okay, is in the highest point in its political and military might. The moving drama of Dennis Gensel. Alright, about an elite internat, which is basically a kind of thing where you send your kids even when they're not even full aged, so to speak, in ESOS wannabe system, where they can learn, or even as a kind of punishment. You know what I mean? Elite internat, or you say like extra home, extra home, which is not with the parents, but the parents sent them there. You know what I mean? Okay, from the Nazi regime, alright, and it has 4.5 stars. It's really a good movie, and if you're from Germany, you can watch it, because basically you have to think this is basically us, man. Okay, without being rebellious. Okay, we have an elite scholarship here, man. The elect, the hopeful elect, because what, as a brother said, some people don't even consider what actually we do, because it's actually really hard to teach this truth, having all this, receiving this truth, okay, as wisdom and knowledge, and actually that makes you even more mad because you see the oppression even more, okay, because we don't trust in oppression and you're not allowed to do that. Actually, what 2/3 of Israel do that. So basically, the more you know, as the scripture says, the more you basically receive, you basically receive pain, the more you know, the more you will receive pain, okay, and that's the problem. And the word elect means basically early 15th century, to choose for an office, position or duty, from Latin electus, past participle of illegary, to pick out, choose, from ex out, cx, literally combining from form of legere, to choose, alright, because we chosen, alright. First you have to be chosen, then you have to make it in the truth, which is coming only from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, alright. To choose from PIE, we would like to collect, gather, elected, electing. Okay, elect adjective, early 15th century, of action, voluntary, of persons taking in preference to others. You see, that's beautiful, alright? Especially chosen by God for some special purpose, you see? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, because you have to think about it as the part of today's statement, okay? We basically standing for Yahweh while other people don't do it. And guess what? There will be a time when you will basically know the same people who stand for Yahweh when nobody did it. Because now people think like, oh, you have to make it in this society. Okay, they don't even care a lot about Yahweh and his laws. So that's what will at the end their shame, okay? Because we did it still when we were in this position where we're in right now, basically on top of what already pain we have, we putting something on top of it, then again. So we basically putting pain on top of it, by basically being in this truth day by day, teaching this truth, and never backing down, man. Never bowing down, man, to this wickedness of this world, because this world is wicked. If you don't see it, that makes no difference to it. It's still wicked. You see. From Latin electus, past participle of elegere, to pick out, choose, from ex out, cx, to choose. To collect, gather, the new meaning, those chosen by God, is from early 15th century, like we've read it. Alright, and that's beautiful. Can't. So let's get into the scriptures, man. Colossians 3:12. Put on therefore as the elect of Allahayim, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of might, meekness, and long-suffering. What is one form of long-suffering? Being in this truth, as I said. So this fits perfectly, basically. Humbleness of mind is also basically, you deserved actually worse, man. You know what the elect will receive for basically, doing what they're doing, okay? And what the 2/3 compared to it receive, and what the heathens will receive, besides slavery. Guess what? There's something coming also, not just slavery for the heathens, this and that. There's a whole new world coming, with the world being ruled by a law, which is from our God, who we basically spoke of when they had no ears for it. Okay, scripture's talking about, let them hear who have ears to hear and eyes to see, basically. You see, bowls of mercies, okay, which means basically, in the Greek, splach, shnon, alright, strength, probably strength, bowels, intestines, the heart, lungs, liver, etc. You see, beautiful, a heart in which mercy resides. Okay. We see this wickedness every day, but we still have basically the knowledge of Yahweh has mercy, so we have to have mercy also, preaching to the same people, day in, day out, and having mercy on a border, for example, also. You know, you will be judged like you judge others, you know. So basically, don't forget that, man. Alright? You see, forbearing one another and forgiving one another, you see. Also you do, you know, because Yahweh shall forgive us. So let's continue. Romans 11 and 5. Even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace, you see. Because if not, the elect would be actually teaching this truth by having it correctly and understanding it correctly, rightly discerning the word of truth, alright? Alright, all Israel would be in the trash right now, alright? Which is the case actually, but I mean, like, you know, he would put whole Israel to shame forever, okay? And that's not what's the case at all, because he will deliver starting with the 1/3, you know, all Israel at one point, alright? The 2/3 they will have the worst deaths out there, man. First off, you know, there's a scripture on envy not a sinner, because thou knowest not what this end shall be. Alright, so don't think, man, okay, oh, this one is making better than me, oh, this one, you know, look, he sins and he is making better than me. No, man, okay. Remember last time when you were sick, man, you know. Speaking to myself also, man, today I think I drank a little milk which was not healthy anymore, but I bought it from the store that shows you ISO system, and it was, you know, it should not be actually that sour and that unhealthy, but it was, for what I think now. And I drank it, and you know what happened? I was laying in a bed and basically felt like, you know, all hell was coming down, man. You know, I wanted actually to, you know, have a thing, what is it? Something with me, you know, where I can basically, what is it? I know the English word, but where I can basically throw up in, man, you know, because I was feeling so sick, man. And you know what? I remembered, oh, you know, that's you know, some taste of what deaths, man, these people have to bear, man. You just think about it, because you remembered also not how, you know, how bad things can actually turn, man, you know. But think about it, you will have people dying of hunger, basically feeling the same thing, but for 2 weeks, man, can't sleep, can't even live in the day life, thinking about eating your family, thinking about eating yourself, man. That's what people will feel, because it's prophesied and it will happen, just like the First World was, for example. And the Third World War also, alright, just as Yahweh was on earth, as the Son of God, and just as we are the Hebrew Israelites, alright, and you know, this is all, you think this is fun, man? This is no fun, man. Okay, so let's read it again, Romans 11:5, man. You know, things will happen, man, what people don't even consider, and that's the problem. That will not change the prophecies coming, alright? And really, I don't want to be that, you know, who prepared basically not even my soul, you know, because some things can happen also to us, because it will be like hell for everyone, you know, but we will make it out of there, you know. He will save us from our what's coming, you know. You know. But these people, man, what they have to bear, man, that's heavy, man. Okay, because 2 weeks can feel like your whole life, man. 2 weeks, what the world never saw. You know, what we do right now is nothing against that, man. You know, when we basically feel good, they will feel shame, they will feel pain, you know. The scripture is talking about it, you know. This and this, but my prophets shall laugh, you know, at the destruction my prophets shall laugh, you know. That's kind of like written that way, you see. I believe you know that scripture. Guess what, man, you know, we will thank Yahweh for basically giving us this truth now to profit from it later, you know. We are the only ones who think about the future actually in a real form, alright, in a profitable form, alright, because this world passes away, like the scripture says, man, even if we still profit from it in this world, again, when this time is coming, which was never on earth before, because it's that heavy and cruel and harsh, man. And guess what, man, we will laugh at many things, okay, and we will of course also feel bad this and this, but guess what, man, we will not feel, okay, some little time, again 2 weeks for example, it can be longer or even shorter, okay, like your whole life is basically not even important anymore, because these 2 weeks basically feel like all worst what happened to you in your life together, man, you know. And everybody will be here, yeah, or if you're dead, but that's, you know, that's just basically a faster way to receive what you basically pushed here on earth, wickedness or the truth, you see. So for us, win-win. Alright, let's say it quick. Luke 18:7. And shall not Lahayim avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him? Doth he bear along with them? You see, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily, you see. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Yes, he will. And even we have to rebuke ourselves, because he actually even asks that to the hopeful elect, okay, because we, you know, we are the same sinners, but we changed something, and we still changing something day by day, and we trying to be perfect. These people don't even try, but we can sometimes do things not out of faith, which means we sin because we are on this flesh, and it means that you don't want to be found by not doing the work when you are in this truth, for example, okay. You're lacking doing the work, because you know actually much, but you don't do anything about it, okay. You kind of like in the truth, and this, you know what I mean. Okay, so of course he will be with some surprising, you know, to your surprise, to their surprise, he will be actually harsh to some of which we consider now as the hopeful elect, okay, because they could do more than they, you know, than they did, okay, you know, too much, to whom much is given, much is required, okay. You know, you don't want to be over righteous, but you don't want to be overly wicked. Leave off from certain, basically every, but certain sins, especially, and heavy sins, alright? You know what I mean. Okay. Luke 18:9, and he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves, you see, that they were righteous and despised others, you see. So you can't despise others because they don't, you know, you don't know how this, you know, you can't deliver even yourself, alright? So you have to work out your own salvation, and don't, you know, you are not too considerate about others, because certain things has nothing to do with you, okay? So let's say it like that, because of course, you know, you can do nothing, but Yahweh has to wake up people when you basically tell them something or so, you know. You know, people, some may even have to see to believe, alright? But Yahweh knows, okay, there are deepest doors, you know, in the mind, which is the heart, actually, the Hebrew. Okay, so you don't, okay, so don't be that wanna be righteous, but, you know, you don't even know, okay? Alright, but, you know, when it's about certain people, of course, you know, okay, or wicked, alright, or too dirt, you don't know that this someone is a too dirt by, you know him or so, but you actually you actually can say, okay, so this gospel was preached to him, man. Okay, now he doesn't do anything out of it. This and this, there are certain ways to guess and to even depart from certain men and women, alright? A woman, for example, that doesn't follow you, okay, but she doesn't wants you to stop preaching, okay, is still a woman to what you can deal with, actually, okay, but so you have to judge with a righteous judgment, which means with wisdom, basically, okay, like the elder Apostle Gabor said, for example. Also, if your woman finds out that you have a YouTube channel preaching the truth, some women may even leave you because of that. Most actually would do. Alright. Romans 8:33. Who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect? Allah's elect. It is Allahim that justified. Alright, so people think, these boys teaching out there, because we don't even have women at the camp. Of course not, because this is wicked. Okay. What they do in their life, they should do more, or they should do other things which the world considers as profitable. Okay, I don't call it like that, but let's say like you work with wisdom, alright, and you know that you have to work to receive money to care for a family, even for your own bread. You know these things, okay? So I talk on a certain level, which means that you can understand, alright, of course certain things are not profitable, let's say it like that. If you have not a home, you have no internet, you cannot upload videos, you have no connection to the borders because you don't have a mobile phone, and all things come together in a conclusion that nothing is actually profitable. Alright, let's hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Ecclesiastes: fear God and keep his commandments. Okay, but this world doesn't even consider, okay, that God's commandments are there. So please don't tell me, okay, if you live in this world, what is profitable and what not. So there it really begins. They don't even know, okay, these main things which are profitable. Alright, so basically they don't know nothing, but they still act like something what they do is profitable, which is not the case at all. Okay, and us, we are justified by Yahweh, and they are justified basically, okay, to be punished. They are justified, okay, on the left hand side, basically they are ready and prepared to be judged. Okay. Matthew 24:31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to another. You see? So that's the price for being a hopeful elect. Alright, and guess what? From what you have to be gathered if there's nothing coming. That shows you that we have something better to come.